The things that make you not compatible with somebody are when your values or your dreams don't line up. And staying in the relationship means you either have to give up on a dream or you are going to go against your values. That is the sign that this is not compatible.
Yeah. Guys, when somebody is not meant for you, you are going to be given a multitude of signs, and it usually looks like this. The first sign is the gut feeling. I don't feel good about this. For some reason, I feel off. Okay, most people don't listen to their gut. All right, so you move to the next one. Next is patterns. You have dated people in the past that have presented patterns to you that don't feel good or you know the outcome of. This person's either saying or doing very similar things, and you have the roadmap to what that's going to end like. They do this, that means this, I feel like this. You know exactly how it's going to turn out. All right, so that's number 2. Number 3 is the red flags. Now you start to see toxic behaviors that you are not attracted to, but you push past those because you're thinking, okay, this person shows up in so many other ways. We've been dating for a few months. I'm going to let it slide. The next is the grand finale. It's the pain. They create a lot of hurt in your life over and over and over again until one day they do something that completely severs the relationship. When that happens, you can never go back to that person. Then you have the moments to look back on and think, I knew this person wasn't right for me. Here, 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 and here. Could have saved you a bunch of time, but you needed to learn those lessons. Now, the end of this video is more so, why would you be attracted and stay with somebody like that? What within you needs to heal? What within you did you need to learn about yourself to no longer make the choices of these people that are presented to you with these similar toxic patterns? That's where the work comes in, so that the next time somebody comes into your life that even gives you, let's say, the gut feeling, the patterns, it ends there versus spending all of this time waiting for the hurt. That's where the real work comes in.
I wish the girlies knew that there's a difference between chemistry and compatibility, and one of them will ruin your life if you are not careful. Chemistry is vibes, right? Butterflies. I told y'all before that it's not butterflies and it's actually anxiety, but that's another post for another day. It's the cute late night combos. Oh, I thought of this song and it reminded me of him. Romanticizing the whole thing. It's intoxicating even, right? But compatibility, it is not. Compatibility, it is not. Chemistry can be compatibility, but compatibility is not always just chemistry. It's shared values, communication, trust, consistent action, positive action that you're able to see, not words coming out of their mouth. Are we following? Nervous system, safety, emotional regulation, okay? Those are the good things. You know what's even crazier is that you could have chemistry with someone that is not even kind. You can have chemistry with someone who's not even nice. They don't even like you. Isn't that crazy? If the only thing keeping you around, keeping you answering that phone and reading back to that text is a spark, or, oh my God, he said that when we went on our 3rd date and now y'all are 2 years in and nothing is changing, just know that that is not compatibility. Just know that that chemistry, that spark needs to fizzle the fuck out and you need to move the fuck on. Thank you.
We will often confuse safety and peace with compatibility, and that's not either. I tell people all the time, like, if you're in a new environment and you're with a person that does not activate your nervous system, they're not new, they're familiar. And so if you are trying to enter into a new relationship with new healthier patterns than the old stuff that you used to do, and that person feels like they just fit, run. Be very careful. Because if they fit who you used to be, that means that they are not compatible with who you're trying to become. And you have to pay attention to that.
10 red flags you don't see coming. They agree with you on everything early on. So it feels like compatibility, but real compatibility includes healthy disagreement. If there's no friction at all, someone might be shape-shifting. They are very generous, but with strings attached. At first, it feels thoughtful, but then it becomes leverage. And they say things like, after everything I've done for you, that's not love, that's accounting. They avoid defining their relationship, but they act territorial. There's no label, no clarity, but they don't want you dating other people. That is control without commitment. They apologize beautifully, but they do not change their behavior. Accountability without adjustment is just manipulation. They frame standards as pressure. You ask for communication, consistency, and effort, and suddenly you're too intense. They are only available when you're pulling away. Distance activates them and stability bores them. That is not love, that is ego regulation. They need constant reassurance. At first, it feels flattering, like they care so much. But if you are constantly stabilizing their self-esteem, you are parenting, not partnering. They future talk during conflict. When you bring up an issue, they pivot to big dreams. Moving in, trips, long-term plans. Future promises are often used to avoid present accountability. You feel relief when they cancel plans. If your nervous system relaxes when they're not around, your body is telling you something. The most dangerous red flags aren't dramatic, but they're confusing. Like you will feel that something is just off.
Notice the difference between connection versus compatibility in your relationship. Connection comes with attraction, chemistry, immediate excitement or passion, intense feelings, or a strong emotional bond, which usually fades and is inconsistent over time. Compatibility comes with aligned values, beliefs, and goals, mutual respect and understanding, long-term stability and harmony. It provides a solid foundation for a lasting relationship, and you're constantly finding new ways to connect emotionally.
One of the biggest and sneakiest red flags to pay attention to when you start seeing someone that actually has nothing to do with them and everything to do with you is when you start lying to yourself about who they are so that you don't have to risk losing them or you don't have to risk facing the disappointment of it not working out with them. And I have been there. It's when we don't listen to our instinct that tells us something is not right. I don't like the way they treat me. I don't like the way they treat other people. I feel like something is just off. Something doesn't feel right. I don't feel comfortable when I'm around them. We learn to trust ourselves when we practice listening to those inner whispers that come from inside.
Chemistry is dangerous. You ever notice how chemistry will have you ignoring under the stuff that you would never tolerate under from someone you didn't like that? Because when the vibe is strong, the jokes hit, eye contact is crazy, the conversation is effortless, suddenly your standards start negotiating. Now you're not even calling it a red flag. But if there was no chemistry, you would have been out of there. Gone. Chemistry will make inconsistency feel exciting. It will make emotional unavailability feel mysterious. It'll make bare minimum feel special because at least we connect. And that's the trap. Some of the most toxic situations had the craziest chemistry. Chemistry is powerful, but if the red flags are waving and you just keep saying, but it's a vibe though, you're just addicted to the spark.
Dishonesty is a character flaw that will override every other compatibility you share with a partner. I need you to understand this. You could be so compatible with someone, you could have everything in common, yin to your yang, have so much fun together, but if you feel and you sense that that person is lying to you, I want you to fucking run with that, because that's something that doesn't go away over time. It gets worse over time. They get better at hiding it. They get better at managing and compartmentalizing, and then you're stuck thinking about all the good shit, but there's this one thing glaring. That is a major incompatibility. That's a major incompatibility. Like, everything else in the connection isn't worth it if this person is dishonest, and you know what it looks like. And women know what it feels like. You feel it in your body before you get confirmation. I just got the confirmation I needed, and I'm fucking glad that I dumped that motherfucker.
You know if you're not with the right person. You do. Deep down, you know you're not with the right person. And what's going to be super hard about it is that you're going to waste months, years of your life trying to make something work that you probably knew 6 months ago just isn't working. Ask yourself, is this relationship good for me? Are you actually able to be yourself around this person? Do they bring out the best in you? Do you feel safe and supported and respected? Do you feel like a priority? Like they actually care about you and they have you in mind?